everyone, I'm here to answer an important question, whether silver-infused sheets are safe and effective. So you might have seen products like this Miracle Made set of sheets that claim to be better for you and healthier because they are crafted with silver-infused technology. And I wanted to look into that because I wasn't entirely sure what I thought of that. I didn't know that heavy metals could possibly be good or bad, and I found some really interesting information. So this says that it prevents up to 99.7% of bacteria growth, and that, it turns out, is absolutely true. So the science behind that stipulates that silver is very good at being antimicrobial. It can eliminate bacteria by breaking apart the cell membranes. So it actually damages the proteins and the DNA of bacteria, which I think is pretty fun. That means it straight up just karate chops them, breaks them open, and they can't possibly survive. So this is achieved because of the release of silver ions. So silver ions have reactive oxygen species production, and that interacts with the bacterial cell component. So that ROS is basically the Karate Kid of this whole storyline, and it's what breaks up that bacteria and ensures that the bacterial cell walls can't just come back together, right? Because if it were to just puncture the bacteria, boop, then easy, bacteria can heal itself. But it breaks it apart so that it can't come back. It damages the protein, it causes a lot of oxidative stress, and it interferes with ATP production. So all of that is just a fancy scientific way of saying that it straight up breaks the cell membranes so it can't regrow. It disrupts any continued production for cellular energy within the bacteria. So it's not going to make, for lack of a better example, bacteria babies. So I really like what I found here, that there is a lot of antimicrobial activity. So silver can be incredibly effective against bacteria. Now, that's not the only thing it does. I was equally surprised to hear that it can have a cooling element. According to products like Miracle brand here, Miracle Made, it says that it can help you feel between 3 and 4 degrees cooler. So I looked into that as well, seeing what the science was behind this product. And in fact, silver is an excellent conductor of heat. So that means that silver dissipates heat very well. In fact, it has some of the highest thermal conductivities among all metals. So it transfers heat through the structures very quickly, very easily, and then dispels that heat. That's why it's so common in things like nuclear reactors and solar panels and other electronics. I mean, RFID tags use silver, power semiconductors use silver, microprocessors use silver, and all of those products rely on silver to prevent overheating. So in exactly the same way, these types of Miracle Made sheets can actually help you sleep cooler. It will reduce the level of heat that builds up, from your body while you are sleeping, and keeps everything a lot more comfortable. So does it really work? Absolutely. It has that potential for cooling. It also reduces microbial activity. So, you don't want that bacteria building up. I mean, if you've ever smelled your sheets one morning, maybe gotten into bed or out of bed and gone, there's kind of a weird funk here. It's because of that unpleasant odor that builds up because of bacteria. And of course, that can be bad for allergies. It can cause skin conditions. So the fact that you can derive all of these benefits, like being odor-free, is really great. Now, I will stress here that just because this product or similar products have silver ions built into them doesn't mean that you don't have to wash your sheets anymore. Let's be clear, we should still be washing our sheets on a regular basis. The difference is you don't have to wash as frequently. So as you can see here, it stays fresher longer, so requiring up to 3 times fewer washes. I don't know how frequently you wash your sheets. I wash mine every week, but that's because I have 2 sets. So I don't have to, wash same day, dry, put it back on the bed. I can just kind of swap them out as we go. Now, you don't have to wash as frequently. So in my case, if I wash once a week, then with silver-infused sheets like these, I could bring it down to once every 3 weeks, and that would certainly help my septic system. Now, I really like that you can reduce the frequency of washing compared to traditional sheets, especially if you're in an area with a lot of water constraints like we are. That can be really good for saving water, and especially in the summer. I love that it keeps away the odor by preventing the odor-causing bacteria. So all of this is to say that silver-infused sheets are completely safe. Studies have found that silver-infused sheets have a lot of benefits here. They act very well as an antimicrobial agent, as the antibacterial agent. They actually break apart bacteria, as you can see here, just kind of right through the middle. So it doesn't breed, it doesn't cause odors, it kills bacteria and prevents activity. As you can see here, this activity was tested for an extended 40 days in this particular scientific study here. And it confirmed that it works as a powerful disinfectant. So it can be used in all manner of things. We use silver-infused products to treat water pollution. Because of these same benefits, we use it to help with burn dressings and wound dressings to prevent contamination. And so there's no reason why, if we use it in health situations, if we use it in medical situations, if we use it in electronics, that it wouldn't be equally safe to use for sleeping. So studies have confirmed that it is very safe and it brings with it a lot of benefits. So definitely check out silver-infused sheets, especially if you want to get better cooling out of your sheets, do away with bacteria, not have to deal with that smell, and not have to launder as frequently.